In the last episode, we made ourselves a mob farm, which is pretty poggers. It's nice and full right now because I've left the game running for quite a while. In between episodes, I basically put together all of our ores like so over here, and I made a sophisticated chest, and it's currently processing all of our ores right now into their respective ingots, which is super fun and dandy. In today's episode, I want to go ahead and get into Industrial Foregoing, which is going to require a few things. So we're going to go ahead and need a extractor for one, so that way we can go ahead and get some latex to go ahead and start that whole process. Okay, so luckily for us, the fluid extractors are not too hard to go ahead and make. All we're going to need is some redstone blocks, which are relatively easy. We're going to go ahead and make 4 of them for now. That should do us quite well. And what we're going to go ahead and do is place them down, right? So once we go ahead and make these, we're going to need some pistons, and they're also relatively cheap as well. And then we're going to need some gold in pressure plates. Luckily for us, those are relatively cheap as well. And then we're gonna go ahead and place these bad boys down. With your fluid extractors made, you're gonna go ahead and place them down facing each other, so that way the log that you're gonna go ahead and put in the middle like so will go ahead and start to extract yourself some latex, which is going to be used to go ahead and make your plastic. Now, do note that latex can be made as well with different type of woods. So every wood type has its own little variation of how much wood it gives. And of course, acacia gives you the best in the latex department, right? And dark oak, I guess, also gives you a good amount. But yeah, you're gonna want to go ahead and get yourself some acacia logs because it gives 4 mill buckets per tick. The next thing that you're gonna want to go ahead and make is a tank. Any tank will do, but I'm gonna go ahead and use the one from Mechanism because it's probably the easiest one to make right now. And then we can also upgrade this to possibly a advanced one if we have the infused alloy. We don't, so the basic will do, I guess. And then what you're gonna do is make sure that you come over to your thing and put it down in the middle. There's a mob over there. Okay, now that we're not getting attacked by mobs, go ahead and place your tank down like so, and then go ahead and take your pipes. Any pipe will do, and place it around like so, and then make sure to go ahead and also configure it with a configurator, or any sort of wrench will do, depending on which pipe you're using. But I'm using the ones from pipes, and that should just do fine. And that's gonna go ahead and put that in here. Okay, so the next thing for Industrial Foregoing is going to be the latex processing unit, which is relatively simple to make as well. And once we get that, I guess we're gonna need another sink for infinite water as well. Okay, so with the sink and the latex processor in hand, what we're gonna go ahead and do is take a fluid pipe like so, and then go ahead and put the latex processor right on top of it, and start to go ahead and pull the latex out of the tank relatively easily. Bam, bam, boom. Then come up here or behind here and set up your basically another fluid pipe with your sink to go ahead and get infinite water pumping into this beautiful machine. And then all you realistically have to do is go ahead and, you know, give it some power, which in my case, I'm going to go ahead and use a flux point. And there you go. It's got some power now, and this should start to go ahead and process your latex into dry rubber, which then you can go ahead and craft into your plastic sheets. And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to go ahead and use a RF Tools crafter to go ahead and do that. RF Tools crafters are relatively easy and cheap to go ahead and make, just needing some lapis, some gold, and that's pretty much about it, right? And then all we have to do is set up the crafting recipe for that, which isn't gonna be too hard. And ideally, we'll go ahead and take this crafter and put it right on top of this flux point, so that way we don't have to make another one, so that way they can just share a flux point. I'm sorry, you don't craft them, you smelt them. I totally forgot that. I'm so used to the old version of Industrial Foregoing that, yeah, you apparently smelt them. So, I mean, that's even better, right? So if I go ahead and, you know, make another energized smelter, that should be good to go. Okay, so also if you give the extractors power, they will go a bit more faster. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to wrap some energy cables around these extractors like so, and then I'm going to come up here like so, and do something like that. Configure it so it pulls out like so, and these guys should now have power, and they should be moving just a little bit more faster to go ahead and get us a lot more plastic. Also, pro tip, if you want to go ahead and change your wood, all you need is is your Philosopher's Stone, and you should be able to right click it, and it should change and rotate all the different logs, and then you can get yourself acacia that way if you already don't have acacia. Okay, so the next part of Industrial Foregoing that we're going to go ahead and need to do is going to be the dissolution chamber, because I want to go ahead and make the laser drill, because that way we can get all the modium, and we need that to make some progress. Okay, so the dissolution chamber is going to be a very interesting thing to make. The dissolution chamber should be relatively easy, hopefully. Okay, so here we go. The dissolution chamber is going to require an alchemical chest, which is not that hard. I believe we've already made all of the covalence dust before, so that should be relatively simple. Indeed, we did make all of the covalence dust, so that's easy peasy lemon squeezy. And then the diamond gear shouldn't be too hard. We are going to need some iron nuggets, which isn't that bad at all. And then I think we pretty much have everything except for maybe the pity machine frame, which is going to need another redstone block. Man, we use so much redstone, but yet we don't have that much redstone. It's actually insane. With the dissolution chamber in hand, all we have to do is actually, funny enough, connect it here. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect it on the bottom here. And then I'm going to go ahead and I guess pull a pipe like so. Now it has power. Beautiful. And then I think what I need to do here is get a diamond upgrade so that way we can round robin the latex. So we need at least 4 or 5 of these simple machine frames. We are going to need a advanced one though, which is going to require some pink slime. And to get pink slime, we're going to go ahead and need a mob slaughter factory for that. It shouldn't be too hard, hopefully. So if we look at the mob slaughter factory, it is just going to require, oh, perfect. So we're going to need at least 6 pity machine frames. I don't even know if we have enough redstone for this right now, but hopefully we do, because, well, I mean, I'm going to be sitting here for a while if we don't have enough, because yeah, I gotta wait for it, right? There we go. Make 6 of those and go ahead and dump those back in there. And then one of these is going to be going into the pity machine frame like so. And then I'm going to go ahead and make the mob slaughter factory, which is going to be quite easy. Gonna need 2 iron swords, 2 iron axes, and then we're gonna also happen to need the gold gear, which isn't actually that bad to make, thankfully. And bam, bam, boom, there is your mob slaughter factory once we get some plastic. We are gonna need something called an add-on, which is basically to upgrade our range. I'm gonna go ahead and make the +6, which is gonna be 2 redstone, glass panes, and some gold nuggets, because we wanted to be able to cover the whole mob farm and not just that little bit, that 1x1 square. To set up your mob slaughter factory, all you're gonna have to do is place it down like so, and then go ahead and put your add-on tier in there like so, and then give it a little bit of power, and you should be pretty much good to go like so. Bam, bam, boom. And then we're gonna need some jumbo tanks to go ahead and put on either side, so that way we can go ahead and output the liquids. With the jumbo tanks acquired, what we're gonna go ahead and do is place them down like so. Open up the mob slaughter GUI, and on the meat side, we're only gonna have it push out to the left. And then for the pink slime, we're gonna go ahead and have it only push out to the right side like so. And then we'll go ahead and turn on our mob farm once again, and this guy should start to give us a bunch of stuff, including liquid meat and pink slime. Now do note as well that liquid meat can also be used to go ahead and feed yourself infinitely with the, I believe, feeder from the Industrial Foregoing mod. Yeah, the meat feeder will go ahead and basically, you know, auto eat for you. Okay, so with that done, what we're gonna need is some few things. We're gonna need, this guy is really in my way here. We're gonna need a laser drill, which is gonna require, wait, what? The laser drill requires a diamond gear. We're gonna need 4 of those, please. Then we're gonna need 8 pistons, and again, 8 gears. That shouldn't be bad until we run out of gold again, because of course we're gonna run out of gold. Oh no, look at that. We got 800 billion gold right in that little chest right there. Beautiful. Get me a couple stacks of that, and then we should be pretty much good to go, minus the pity machine or the simple machine frames, which are going to require some plastic, some iron, and then some nether brick, which I believe, if I'm right in saying, we get nether brick from smelting netherrack, I want to say. Yes, indeed you do. Once you have all your materials, what you're going to go ahead and do is put your materials in the dissolution chamber like so, and then you should be pretty much good to go. I think I'm missing something. I am, the pity machine frame, and then it should go ahead and craft that. After you're done making your 5 simple machine frames, you're gonna go ahead and take your pink slime and put it inside of your dissolution chamber like so, and we're gonna go ahead and make at least 1 advanced machine frames, which is gonna require gold, diamond, and netherite scrap. Now, to get netherite scrap, this is an interesting one. So we have to sieve through, I believe, crushed netherrack of some kind. So ancient debris comes from, right, the blackstone, the crushed blackstone. So we got to come over here and see where all of our blackstone pebbles are. Beautiful. And we have to sift this for a little bit and get some netherite. Once you got your netherite, what you're going to do is take your ancient debris. I believe we get to, oh no, we got to either smelt it, or I think I can enrichment factory it and get like more out of my debris. Yeah, I can totally crusher it and get 3, or I can enrichment chamber and get 2. I'm definitely gonna crusher it for sure then. I still regardless need the enrichment chamber. Yeah, that's kind of funny, but you know what? I don't think it's gonna be that hard for us to make anyway. And plus we need it, so we might as well just go for it, right? And now that we have everything that we need here, it should be as simple as putting one of these in there with 2 plastic, 2 gold, and a diamond gear, and of course your 2 netherite scrap like so, with your pink slime, and it should make you the advanced machine frame that we need to go ahead and make the laser base with. Now that we got all of the things that we need to go ahead and make our laser drill, we're gonna need at least 4 or 5 drills. Actually 4 drills will do the trick. Wow, we don't have that much plastic, but hopefully we don't need too much, right? I think it's 2 per drill. And yeah, so that's gonna be like 8 or so plastic, and then we need the base, which is gonna be a little bit more expensive. Oh wait, we need ore. How do I get ore in this pack again? Let's see, iron ore. So iron ore, oh no, that's simple. What am I talking about? You get iron ore through the little chunks things here. Wow, we're already up to 2k on the iron department. Holy heck, I didn't think that I would get iron that fast. We were gonna make the upgrades for this, man. Like, we're slacking, I feel. And then go ahead and make your laser base drill like so, and then all I have to do realistically is come over here and plop this guy down like so. You know what? I could also do it in another area if I want to, but I think doing it here is gonna be fine. Well, maybe not fine, but we're gonna try it anyways because we're savages. Once you go ahead and place all your laser drills down facing into your laser drill base, go ahead and power them up by, you know, connecting your cables to them. You know what? We'll run something like this. That should give them power. Now, this is gonna suck a lot of power out of our network here, which is not ideal really, but you know what? We're gonna just have to deal with it for now, I think. And hopefully it's not too much power where it's gonna become a problem. I am not really seeing the particles. Maybe because I have particles off. I don't really know why. I'm not really seeing the particles here, which is not ideal. We'll do something like that so I can run an item pipe here up the middle. You know what? Maybe I do need a lens or something, because we're trying to get all the modium ore, which comes from laser drilling in any biome. It doesn't say min, it says weight 0 though. I'm wondering if that means anything, because if it means anything, well, I set the laser drill base to depth 0. I'm really hoping that's gonna help us maybe potentially get all the modium ore, but I'm not entirely sure how that works. So it turns out that, yeah, the laser drill just doesn't get all the modium, unfortunately. So it was a bit of a waste of time, but yeah, so automodium is a lot more complicated than I thought. So to get all the modium in the ore laser base, you need to make a block of automodium first, which by the way is really confusing to find. So let me guide you a little bit in how to find it. So all the modium is going to be found via the ingot, and then the ingot is a bit confusing. You would think you would get it from the ore, but no, you get it from energizing your refined glowstone, your flux infused ingots, your energetic alloy, your Deorum ingots, your soul infused ingots, and nitro crystals in the energizing orb. So this thing right over here, this thing right here will be responsible for making our very first set of all the modium. And then from there, we can then put the block inside of the ore laser drill base right here, and then we'll be able to get the ore. So I'm getting quite annoyed with flying around with this jetpack, so I think my next goal, honestly, is to go ahead and make a angel ring from the Angel Ring 2 mod, which is going to require me to make a diamond ring, which is going to require some gas tiers. But not only gas tiers, I'm going to need an elytra, which I can go ahead and craft, but at the same time, I also happen to, you know, fly over to the end islands, so I'm really hoping that there's a ship somewhat nearby that we can go ahead and yoink a elytra from. By the way, if you have a pretty decent computer, what I like to do, and I also do this in the nether, is I like to crank my render distance all the way up just so I can see really far and see if I can find an, oh god, I pissed off the internet, if I can, you know, see really far and try and find the end ship or a fortress. And it looks like we have an end city just ahead of us, and I'm really hoping it has a ship, but I feel like I would have seen the ship by now if there was a ship, and I can't tell if that's a ship or if that's just one of those. That is a ship. There's no way we got that lucky. There's also another one right there. That's insane. Insane luck. That is literally another ship right there. What are the odds of finding a double end city with two ships right next to each other? That's got to be insane luck, dude. Okay, this is a bit insane. They definitely have had to modify the spawn rates. There's no way I'm finding these end ships this fast and this like close to each other. There's no way. Okay, so tell you what, I am going to go ahead and make a mob crusher, because the mob crusher is going to allow us to go ahead and easily farm the wither. However, it does look like we are going to need another one of those annoying advanced machine frames, which is not really ideal, but we'll make it work. So I'm going to go ahead and upgrade our mob masher to go ahead and have beheading, because, well, yeah, I don't want to deal with this. Okay, so let's quickly go ahead and make ourselves a mob crusher. That should be relatively easy, and then we should be ready to go ahead and fight the or destroy the wither using the mob crusher. Bam, bam, boom, easy peasy lemon squeezy. You know what, I'm also gonna take some time and get us the whatchamacallit add-on upgrade as well, just because I just don't want the wither to be like, hey, I can escape here, and that would not be good. So I'm just gonna do this as a precaution. With the wither cage built and the mob crusher down, go ahead and put your point on there, make sure it has enough power, and then go inside, of course, and build your wither, and this hopefully should, in theory, insta-kill him once he forms, which is going to be amazing if this actually works, because I'll be so excited, because that means we can automatically farm the wither as much as we want, and it's gonna be so sick. Oh, is that claim chunks? Oh, I hope that's claim chunks. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, it is, and it should have died, and it did. Beautiful. That was cool. Like literally instantly. That is exactly what I'm looking for. Perfect. Let's go ahead and build this guy real fast, and bam, 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 there is our second freaking whatchamacallit there, nether star. Perfect. And then now all I have to go ahead and do is take the thing here, and let me also go ahead and grab the catalyzing glands from in here. I believe we have some. We do. Perfect. 3 of the catalyzing glands. We'll go ahead and make the gas tiers that I need for said thing. That's also going to give me my 2 nether stars. Perfect. Let's go ahead and make sure that we teach the gas tiers to this guy. Make 4 of those like so. And then let's go ahead and make the 4 diamond blocks that we need. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then go ahead and make the diamond ring like so. And then go ahead and take some gold and turn it into blocks. And then that should be everything that we need for the angel ring, which means I can say bye-bye to this jetpack forever. I now should be able to put this on and have creative mode flight wherever I want, whenever I want, which is so freaking useful. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to wrap up today's episode. So with that being said, if you guys did enjoy today's episode of all the mods designed to the sky, please do me a huge favor. Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, ding dong that notification bell, become part of the HunterX tribe. As always, guys, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna leave you till next time where we're gonna be posting more gaming videos. Bye-bye.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know